in a quiet village where the sun melted slowly into the earth each evening. The people gathered around firelight, their faces serious, their voices low. One man warned, "Do not speak of death at night." Another leaned closer and whispered, "It listens." And in that same village lived a girl named Amara. Inside a small hut, she sat beside her mother, holding her gently as the woman struggled to breathe. Her mother whispered weakly, "Amara, I am tired." But Amara shook her head, fighting back tears. "No, Mama, you will be fine." Outside, the villagers had already made up their minds. One of them said quietly, "Prepare yourself. She won't survive." Amara turned sharply, her voice breaking with anger. "No, you're wrong." That night, as darkness covered the village, something unusual happened. A voice came from behind her. Soft, be calm, unfamiliar. "You don't want her to die." Amara turned quickly, startled. "Who are you?" The old woman standing before her did not smile. Instead, she spoke slowly, carefully. "There is a way." Amara's eyes widened with desperate hope. "Tell me." The old woman stepped closer, her voice dropping into something heavier. "You can borrow death." The words hung in the air. Then came the warning. "But you must return it." Her eyes darkened. "Or it will take something else." For a moment, Amara hesitated. Then quietly, she made her choice. "I'll do it." That very night, while the world slept, Amara walked into the forest. The deeper she went, the quieter everything became. Still, she whispered to herself, "I'm not afraid." But soon, even she felt it. Something was wrong. She stopped, looking around slowly. Why is it so quiet? Then, she saw it. A small hut, standing alone in the darkness. Her breath caught in her throat. This must be it. Inside, something waited. Something unnatural. Her voice trembled as she spoke into the darkness. "Are you death?" And then, it answered,
"I have been waiting."
Every instinct told her to run, but she didn't. Instead, she stepped forward. "I want to borrow you, just for a while." For a moment, there was silence. Then, death left. A deep, hollow sound that filled the space.
"No one borrows me."
Slowly, it stood, towering over her. Then it spoke again.
3 days. Then you return me.
Amara swallowed hard, but said nothing. Death leaned closer.
"If you fail,
Its voice dropped.
I will choose what I take."
There was fire in her eyes now, but also determination. "I accept." And just like that, everything changed. When Amara returned home, her mother opened her eyes, alive, breathing. Amara. Tears fell freely as Amara held her tightly. "Mama." The village erupted in joy. Voices filled the air. It's a miracle. But the miracle did not last the way they expected. Soon, something strange began to happen. A wounded man cried out in pain. Why won't it end? An old man lay helpless, his voice weak and desperate. "Please, let me rest." No one was dying, not even those who begged for peace. And slowly, Amara began to understand. She whispered to herself, "This is wrong." Her mother, now stronger, held her hand gently. "You must return it." The words were simple, but heavy. As the final day arrived, the sun dipped low once again. Amara stood still, her heart racing. "Yeah, it's time." She walked back into the forest, alone. When she reached the hut, death was already there, waiting.
"You came back."
This time, she wasn't afraid. She looked up, calm, certain. "I understand." She took a breath. "Death is part of life." Then she stepped forward, offering herself. "Take me instead." Silence followed. Deep, heavy, endless. And then, death spoke. Softer now. You have learned. It stepped back, the darkness shifting around it.
I will take no one today.
And just like that, it was over. Amara ran back home. Not the same girl who had left, but someone who understood something deeper. Her mother smiled as she saw her. You came back. Amara nodded gently. Yes. And far in the distance, the forest stood quietly, balanced once more. A faint whisper moved through the wind. Balance.